Hello, beauty. I am Bella Marie, and welcome to today's Energy Alchemy practice for the third eye. As we start to move up into the energies of our third eye chakra, we're moving out of the dimensions of our physicality and up into the dimensions of our spiritual self, our self that exists in dimensions far beyond our perceivable reality. And for many beings who come to spiritual practice, myself very much included, we really want that like cosmic spirituality, and we want to be in the third eye and having visions, and we totally forget that we need to be in our root. So as we come into this third eye practice, it's with the preface that ideally we'll have gone through all the successive practices that come before this. We'll have rooted and worked through our sacral and solar plexus and heart and throat before we come into our third eye, so that we really have the foundations of having our spirit able to ground into our bodies, so that we're not just floating off in space. There's that great joke about spiritual people where they're just so woo-woo and like hard to connect with, and often not actually making a difference in the physical because they're not actually rooted. And so as we start to open these centers, the first thing we're going to do is grow roots and move through those centers before we flower into this this foray into the third eye. So let's begin as we do every week, first of all, by just dropping in, allowing yourself to get comfortably seated. We're not actually going to have like an up and active movement component of our energy alchemy this week. It's all going to be seated. So find yourself a place where you feel comfortable to sit for 30 to 40 minutes. And allow yourself to just begin to drop in by bringing your focus into your breath, beginning to breathe deeply into your belly, exhaling fully as we arrive and let go of the day thus far, allowing the breath to be your anchor point into this now moment, the only moment. Allowing your concerns about what needs to be done later or any of the drama you've been working through the day thus far to fall away with the rising and falling of your breath. And allowing yourself to drop in, visualizing a golden light entering from the crown of your head and working its way down through your central channel, down through your third eye, down into your throat, moving through your high heart and your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, and from your root, allowing this light to move down your legs to the bottoms of your feet, and allowing yourself to begin to anchor this light down into the earth, allowing this light to begin to anchor your own energy field into the earth, feeling yourself held, received, loved, nourished by this beautiful planet that we're so incredibly blessed to live upon as we walk around in these human forms. Remembering that, yes, we are spirits having a physical journey, but we're here because we chose to have this physical journey. And so we honor this physical aspect. We honor the earth that is our home. We honor these bodies that are our vessels, our ships for exploring these lives. We honor the sacredness of all of it, all of the sacred beauty that being alive in a human body truly is. And we honor the parts of ourselves that don't necessarily feel that as well, the parts that feel shame, self-judgment, that just don't love the human journey, knowing that these are wounded parts and that ultimately we're here to experience love and joy and connection. And it starts by really honoring the physicality of this experience of life. So feeling yourself just firmly rooted down into the earth. and allowing the earth to begin to send some love back up through the bottoms of your feet. This energy moving through your legs. And then beginning to breathe it into your root chakra, feeling each successive breath gently pulsating your root to life, allowing its petals to gently unfurl and open. And as it opens, feeling yourself even more grounded, even more connected, as this energy current of the earth continues its rising journey up into your sacral center. Beginning to take a few deep breaths into your sacral center, allowing your sacral as well to gently blossom open. Feel its energy moving through your being. As you pull this earth energy up higher still now into your solar plexus, allowing the breath to gently caress your solar plexus, allowing this center to open, to receive your love, your attention. Feeling your power as you sit here grounded, open, and allowing your focus to come into your heart space. Beginning to breathe gently into your heart as she gently unfurls. Taking a moment to drop in and to the awareness of how is my heart today. As you breathe into your heart space, just becoming aware of what's alive in your heart in this moment, what you're feeling. Whether that be expansive joy or sadness or feeling closed off or any of the myriad, endless things you might be feeling in your heart space. Just become aware as you breathe. And then slowly allow your focus and attention to continue its upward trajectory into your throat chakra. Feeling the throat come alive as the waves of your breath caress it to life. Feeling the activation here. And allowing this energy to continue now, moving upwards into your third eye. Feeling your third eye falling open. This beautiful center that we're going to be connecting with today, the source of our inner vision. That vision does indeed connect down into our instinctual center, which is actually down in our guts and our spleen. So as we look inward, we must be connected with those other aspects of ourselves to receive the fullness. Not only connected with our earth self, we raise this energy upward once more into our crown as we allow the breath to open our crown chakras. Allowing the crown to open so that we are equally as open to the guidance and directives of our galactic selves, our souls, which incarnate down into these beautiful bodies, then knowing that all of it is sacred. Feeling that energy flowering out of the crown and imagining as this energy moves its way upward that it moves out of the crown and begins to cascade like a waterfall that fills your entire aura. And just breathe a few times where we feel this energy coming up from the earth, moving all the way up the central channel, and then moving out and just blessing your entire auric field with this love and this light and this energy. Continue this breath. I'm going to let my cat in the window real quick or she's going to scream at me the rest of the time I'm filming. Just continuing to allow this energy to move up and out. You can even use your hands if it feels good to pull the energy all the way up and through, and then out and around. And when you're ready, you can let that go and simply sink in. So we're going to begin this practice today with 3 minutes of breathing into our third eye. Hi, baby. And while we're breathing into our third eye, I'm going to invite you to just come in and be gently tapping. You can do it with 2 fingers. I think it feels better with 2 fingers. When I do it with 2. And we're going to be tapping like this for 3 minutes. I also invite you, as you're able, to have this inward gaze of your eyes being looking up at your third eye. So like if my eyes were open, it's this idea of like I'm looking up, but it's with the eyes closed that we're going to be doing this. Just because when we're doing that, what we're doing is we're directing our focus right up into the third eye. And note about the tapping, it can be like if you're laying down, this is like easier because your arm can be resting on the ground. If you're seated, it can be like your arm gets tired, so feel free to switch arms, or feel free to like hold hold your arm up with one arm. But we're gonna just breathe for 3 minutes now, just gently in and out, allowing that third eye to just continue this process of opening as we gently tap and breathe. Just becoming aware of whatever you're experiencing. Maybe you're seeing colors or shapes. Maybe you're seeing visions of something. Maybe you're not seeing anything and you're like, oh, I'm so annoyed. I never see anything from my third eye. Just breathe as we begin this process of connecting with our inner vision. Let go of this need to see something. You can just perceive it. I didn't see things for ages. It took me so long to develop any sort of vision in my third eye. And I think still, there's not that much. And that's okay. Because what I've learned is that we're not trying to force a vision. If I say visualize a bird, I don't want you to like force a vision of a bird into your head. I want you to just allow the bird to appear. Whether you see it or you just feel its energy there. You're doing so great. We've gone for 2 minutes already tapping. Just continuing this breath and tap for another minute. Remembering to have those inner eyes focused upward. Trying to keep your tap rhythmic. Like a pendulum. Just really bringing our attention, our focus, our awareness into this third eye. Doing so good. Just 10 more seconds of tapping. Now you can just gently release that hand to your lap or to your side if you're lying down. And continue just breathing into your third eye. Just taking a moment to drop into this awareness of like, what am I currently perceiving here? Maybe you're just seeing black. Maybe you have colors moving through. Maybe you're perceiving a pulsating energy. Whatever it is, just bring an awareness to it. Nothing's right, nothing's wrong, no judgment on what you're perceiving in any way. Continuing this breath into the third eye, remembering that as we come into this process of visualization, which we're going into, there is no need to force a visualization. Rather, allow it to appear in its own way. And if you are unable to actually physically see it, that's okay. Just perceive it in whatever way feels alive for you. So the invitation here is to begin to visualize a 6-pointed Merkaba star in your third eye. If you're unfamiliar, our Merkaba is our light spirit body, and it's a vessel that allows us to travel interdimensionally, to quantum journey, so to speak. And so if you know the symbol of the Star of David, this is the symbol we're talking about. So it's two triangles that come together to form a star. So there's an upward pointing triangle and a downward pointing triangle. So what we're calling into visualization in our third eye is the 6-pointed star. So just feeling into that perception, however it feels true to you here and now. Again, not judging yourself if you're not actually seeing it. And what we're going to begin to do as we breathe into this 6-pointed star is to allow every breath to begin to expand it. So we're breathing into the Merkaba star in the third eye, and we're allowing it to start to expand. So it starts to fill up the inner head. And then it begins to surround the head, still holding that upward vision, still breathing into this center point of the third eye, and then allowing this visualization of the 6-pointed star to grow bigger, beginning to encapsulate your upper body. Breathing in, allowing it to push out even bigger now. Taking a few more breaths here until you can feel this 6-pointed star encapsulating your entire body, so that you have an upward pointed triangle, which is base is moving past your knees and out and up to a point above your head, and a downward facing triangle whose base is moving over your shoulders and out and has a point which lies beneath your feet. So feeling yourself held in this vehicle. And now we're going to begin to actually feel the energetic of the spin. So the upward pointing triangle is what we would call the masculine energetic triangle. And when our Merkaba spins, this upward pointing triangle starts to spin to the right. So we're imagining that the base that's over by your left knee is coming around to spin forward, then over to the right, then behind, then back to the left. So we're beginning to create some three-dimensionality as this. We're just working with the upward pointing triangle for now. So the upward pointing triangle with its base by your legs and its point above your head starts to spin clockwise or to your right. So just spending a minute here practicing that spin. If you're not perceiving anything here, just setting the intention, this upward pointing triangle is spinning to the right. And allowing that spin to slow, and then moving into the downward pointing triangle. So this is the feminine energetic triangle. So we want it to spin to the left. So we're taking that triangle whose base goes past your shoulders, its point is below your feet. We're starting to move that point of the triangle that's by the outside of your right shoulder forward, over to the left, behind you, back to the right. So this triangle begins to spin left or in a counterclockwise direction. So again, just taking a moment to play with feeling into this spin. You might see the triangle spinning around you. You might just feel it. Or again, if you're not like receiving those and you're feeling frustrated, allow that frustration to let go on the breath and just intending this downward pointing triangle is spinning to the left. And then you can slowly begin to let that spin come to a stillness. And what we'll do now is actually practice spinning both of these together. So taking that upward pointing triangle again and starting to spin it to the right. And when you're ready, beginning to spin the lower pointing triangle, the downward pointing triangle to the left. So feeling these two opposite rotations, starting to create this full three-dimensional structure around you. It can be a little bit confusing, especially if you're trying to like see it. So this can be a great place where you're just intending the upward triangle is spinning to the right, the downward triangle is spinning to the left. My Merkaba star is encapsulating me within it to create this vehicle with which I can travel. And now as you sit in the spin of this star, feel yourself energetically slowly begin to lift off, hovering above the ground. Allow this star to begin to take you upward, materializing you through any roof if you're inside of a building and beginning to move you up into the sky. And then trusting its direction as we invite our Merkaba stars to bring us to the exact right location for us to receive the medicine that we are meant to receive in this now moment. So allowing your star to travel you to wherever it is that you're going to land, and allowing your star as it feels aligned to land you in some place. Maybe it's a beautiful beach or forest. Maybe you find yourself at the doorway of a temple. Maybe you find yourself in a garden. There's no right place to be here. Just trusting that your Merkaba took you exactly where your being needs to be now. And allowing yourself to gently land your light spirit body vehicle here on the ground. Allowing the spin to slowly come to a stop. And allowing yourself to just take in the energy of the space around you. If you're not seeing any certain thing or you're not sure where you are, just feeling its energy, breathing it into your third eye, feeling any colors or animals or shapes or anything that comes to you. And I invite you now to come to the center of this space, wherever you are, be it a temple, a forest, a beach, anything else. Maybe you find yourself in space, that's cool too. Or in a cave or underground. Anything, anywhere is absolutely perfect. And as you come to the center of this space, you see that there is a beautiful ornate mirror that you feel instinctively drawn to. And you begin to walk to this mirror and position yourself as though you were looking into the mirror. And when you initially look into the mirror, perhaps you're shown something, you might not even see a reflection at all. You might just feel the energy. Like for me, as I'm standing in front of this mirror, I just feel this energy of like portal. And I don't actually like see my reflection, but trusting whatever's coming through for you is perfectly beautiful. So as we stand in this mirror, we're asking to be shown a vision of that which would most assist us in our life's journey right now. So sacred mirror, thank you for showing me exactly what I need to see to assist my life in a good way in this now moment. And then just taking in whatever you perceive. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you feel like you're perceiving something, or maybe you feel like you aren't and you're frustrated. This work takes practice. Using our third eye takes practice. That's okay. You're doing great. Receiving this vision. Maybe you're being shown a certain landscape and told, like, hey, this would be a great place to travel to for your healing in this moment. Or maybe you're being shown an animal whose medicine would be helpful for you to work with. You could be being shown literally anything. Last time I came into this visualization, what I received was this vision of my energy merging with a tree, so that I was like held within a tree, and it was this beautiful invitation to practice merging my consciousness with tree consciousness, which is something that I am going to be playing with, as I've been shown that it's something that will be really helpful for me moving forward. So just trusting that you're receiving exactly what you need here. Spending another moment here in the mirror. And when you feel complete, letting go of that visualization and allowing yourself to step away from the mirror. To spend another few moments soaking in the splendor of this place that your spirit body has taken you, knowing that there's a reason you were brought to this place, this particular place. So soaking in its medicine, feeling it offering itself to you, feeling yourself safe and held here. And as you're ready, coming back into that visualization of the Merkaba vehicle, feeling those two triangles beginning to spin, the upward pointing triangle starting to spin to the right, the downward pointing triangle beginning to spin to the left, feeling yourself lifting off the ground, and beginning the journey back to the space where you're now seated. Allowing yourself to travel until you feel yourself arriving back to where your physical body currently resides. As you descend toward the ground, feeling the slow of your Merkaba beginning to slow, the spin, the spin beginning to slow. And then gently allowing it to come to a stop as you enter back into this space, and with the breath, beginning to shrink this vehicle back down into your third eye vision, allowing each breath to pull the Merkaba star in, to shrink it down into your third eye, until you just have that tiny six-pointed star visual or feeling tone in your third eye once more. And as you're ready, letting go of that visual, letting go of this focus on your third eye, allowing yourself to simply relax back into the body, to breathe deeply into the belly, spend a moment with your heart and check in once more. How is my heart now? What's alive in my heart now? And feeling that golden light descending from above you once more, washing down through your body, through your central channel, all the way down through you and grounding you back here into this moment, back into your body fully, back into the earth. Feeling yourself deeply held, deeply loved and nourished by this beautiful planet. If you're still feeling a little bit out there, it can help to sort of move a little bit, like actually really ground into your sits bones. Get yourself maybe like hit into your thighs a little bit. And just really see yourself as that tree, anchoring its roots into the earth, held and loved and safe in your body. And I invite you, as we close this practice today, to continue to explore working with your third eye, to know that if you were frustrated and didn't receive as much as you'd like, that it's an invitation to continue to work with this center and start to understand how to perceive its energy in your own way. And inviting you to drop in and journal about your experience, what you received in the mirror. And if you're still feeling a bit ungrounded, I would also invite you to just go outside and put your feet on the earth and allow yourself to really get back in your body. Or go outside and hug a tree. It can be amazing as well. And that ends our practice. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I'm sending you so much love, and I look forward to connecting on our next video practice soon. Take care. Bye-bye.